Hey guys, new video, and this is going to be chapter 10, Distant Plains. This is the last Lin chapter. Now it's actually time to go and see Longdren, get the castle back, save the day, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of talking in this chapter. It's a little bit tedious. And yeah, during the last chapter, Ella would intervene so that Lin and her company wouldn't get pincered behind another army coming at them from the back. So it's just you versus Longdren. There are reinforcements, but they come from the forts near the castle at the end. So you can use all the units in this chapter, the full 13. You don't actually have to, but you might as well keep them all around. Okay, so I'm just going to redistribute the weapons quickly. Give Wrath his bow back. Give Wallace his axe back. I'm just going to check out everyone just to see. Lucius is really low on lightnings. There is a shop on this map, thankfully, but that essentially means I can't use Lucius until we get to that shop. Otherwise he's just going to run out and be defenseless. Sarah's okay, Florina's okay. Burke's in a bit of trouble. So it's basically the mages, but then again you don't have the opportunity to buy anything for them at all during the early stages. It's pure water. No, I haven't got anything. Okay. Let's check the formation. Usually I just put the people that I'm actually going to use towards the front, although I'll put Florina down there. That will become apparent in a moment. It's a bit awkward because of how badly affected Lucius and Urk have been this time around. Okay, so those four, Wrath, Wallace, Dorcas and Will, I'm not really going to use if I can help it. But yeah, you never know. That's why I've given them weapons, just in case. Right. First things first, there's that archer down there. And there's those two swordsmen. Now, the idea that I always work on is have Florina take out the swordsman, while just staying out of the range of the archers. Sorry, I'm really spacing out a little bit. It's very hot outside. I'm sat inside with the windows all wide open, as much airflow as I can get. But it is a scorcher. Summer is fine. Well, it's on its way. Okay, let's get Kent moving again. And we shall have Kent attacking one of these two. They're both as bad as each other. And right, let's take out the mage. Oh. That's good, I didn't expect that. Right. There is another thing that will soon appear on this chapter, and that is rain. Rain only really appears in this game about 2 or 3 times. I don't actually think I've ever seen it in one of the other games. It's an inconvenience, nothing really more. It can be used to one's advantage though. Okay. I'll talk more about it when it actually does start raining. So, one thing I didn't do is have a look at what we're up against. Oops. Right, that's Longdren. It's a general, level 5. Very high defense, and Silver Lance and Javelin. Silver Lance is bloody evil at this stage of the game. So I'm just checking. Oh, okay. Right. Ooh, I don't actually like those odds. I'm very cautious when it comes to Florina around archers. But yeah, those 2 swordsmen are down. So Florina's really served her purpose there. And let's have Nils boosting Sane. Sane can take this guy out quite easily. The main attack force of this chapter, at least at the start definitely, is Kent and Sane. Let's have a look. Let's try and use this lance if I can. You know, take out the archers, get everything out of the way as quick as possible. Florina is going to be going down to attack that mage. The archer's movement is really limited. Hopefully he won't try and follow her too much. And now we just get everyone as close out of the way as possible. Or as far out of the way as possible. See, my brain's just addled. Okay, here's the rain. That is rain. Now, rain severely harms movement of units. So Florina can only do 1, 2, 3 squares of movement now. It hurts mounted units more than it hurts foot soldiers, as you would expect. It's made that awkward actually. 1, 2, 3. See, now Kent and Sane sort of got a bit of a lucky break there because of the bridge. The bridge for some reason doesn't count as a square like the planes do. Also, what don't count are houses. So it's those little squares that you can just about manipulate and just get an extra square of movement. It does make a difference. I was hoping that he would stay out of forests, so that's a bit annoying. I mean, the priority at the moment really is keeping Florina out of the way of that archer. See, Nils gets an extra movement there because of the house, you see. Ideally. But there are many ways to do this chapter. And a lot of it just revolves around personal preference. That could be said same for the rest of the game, really. But this chapter in particular is very open. And of course the other strategic element in this, i.e. the rain, sort of throws things up in the air a little bit. And it's just one of those things, it makes it a bit crazy. A bit surprised that Matthew missed there. Right, so now I'm going to try Arch with Florina, because now I have Kent there as a backup. So if Florina does miss this, there we go. I need to get Sarah down there to heal Kent at some point. Sorry, for some reason I've suddenly started to get sort of hiccups. Let's get in some squares. Okay, now I'm just trying to remember what comes out of those forts. I think it's Cavaliers, if I remember rightly. It could be Brigands or Fighters, one or two. It's one of those three. I think if it's Mercenaries, I'm going to look like a complete tool. That's Cavaliers. Okay. Is that Brigand's going to get that far? Beautiful. Kent there, Iron Sword. I'm aiming to get Lynn in this village. There's a very nice item in there, there's a energy drop. And that will increase strength by 2. I always give that to Lynn because she does lack a bit on strength early on. And I also like to use Lynn to kill Lundgren, so it's a bit of a... There's no real reason for that, I just like the irony. Oh wait, that's the irony. That's the armory. Actually, I'll show you this armory. You'll notice that the weapons in here are specifically designed against knights. The armor slayer, the heavy spear, and the hammer. As to give you as much an advantage against Lundgren as possible. The thing with that is that you don't really need them. Plus, I don't know. I honestly think that those weapons are terrible. I think they make the units far too slow to be worth it. But that's just me. What I usually do is I end up using either the Lance Reaver or the Manicaddy against Lundgren. I usually end up draining the Lance Reaver completely and just doing the finishing touches with the Manicaddy. I'll try not to do that because it is a bit tedious, but like I say, I usually just do it for the irony more than anything. I'm going to put Florina there. She can then be used against the Cavaliers. that are coming. Gonna have Urk do a bit of a sneaky kill. Oh, that's pointless. Gonna have Sane getting a quick stab in there. Now I'm gonna have Wrath get the energy drop for me. Energy ring. Yeah. Same thing. I think where I've got confused with that is the energy drop came in the console Fire Emblem games when magic and strength were separate stats. But there we go, strength up, set to 9. But yeah. Sarah to heal Kent. I think Kent should be able to get around the back of that Cavalier. No. That's inconvenient. Equip his lance and I'm not really sure why I've got Matthew so far up front, but he's useful. He won't be able to touch Lundgren at all, but yeah, you never know. Bit surprised at that, gotta admit. Okay. So, Sane can finish off that one. Kent can straight up kill that one. Florina to heal, Sarah to heal Florina. And now we get Lynn as far forward as possible before the rain sets in, which turns out isn't very far. Lucius as far as possible. I'm just going to leave these forward there, I can't be bothered moving them anymore. Actually no, I tell a lie. I'm going to move Wallace. I think this is essentially the last of the rain. The rain really is a bit of a gimmick more than anything. Okay. So everyone moves 2 squares. Blah blah blah. It's a bit of a naff turn really. Ooh. Get an extra turn with Lucius. Yeah, that knight can't really go very far on this move. The annoying thing is that the Cavaliers spawn at the start of their turn instead of at the end. It doesn't really happen often, but it's a very annoying system when it does happen, because yeah, suddenly, depending on how many spawns there are, you can just end up completely surrounded out of nowhere. But thankfully it doesn't happen often. To be honest, it's quite rare. I do wonder sometimes whether it was just a glitch. Nils, level 5. It's always good when he gets speed on his level, so it's good news. we're at a point now where we're starting to move in for the kill. It's unusual. Right, so now just do a quick little tally up. 14, 6, that's 8 less, 18, 18. So I was just making sure that Lucius wouldn't die horribly if something went badly wrong. Okay, that's his limb with the Lance Reaver. Silver Lance is quite brutal, so just in case she takes a hit, I wait instead of actually have Lynn initiate the attack. What I also do, see I've placed Kent down there. That was a bad level. I place another unit next to Kent so that if Lynn gets hit, I can heal Lynn with Sarah. She's got vulneraries. Yeah, I can heal Lynn with Sarah, rescue Sarah with Kent, and then use Florina to take Sarah and place her on that fort so she's ready for the next turn. Oh. Okay. The good news about that is that Lundgren removed his Silver Lance, which makes him a lot more susceptible to attacks. His accuracy is lower, his strength is lower. So, here we go. Well, it's not the greatest insult you can think of at this stage. Okay, it makes it so much easier when he's attacking Lucius, as much as I like Lucius and don't want him to be attacked. Purely for the fact that, you know, I don't need to move Sarah around, I don't need to muck about. You can initiate battle with Lundgren with Kent and Sane and Wallace. Probably should have mentioned this last chapter, but you can also do that with Igla. Yeah, that's just special conversations. It does not really much to the game, it just does a little bit of more story. Just so you know a bit of background about the character, but Lundgren's a dead man anyway, so he doesn't matter. And there we go. And that is Lynn's story. Quite a resilient old goat, or a very, very poor poison. Nice long cutscene. First time I did this, I thought, wow, that was a short game. I didn't even get to see the other two guys on cover. It was a bit strange, but thankfully I kept pressing the buttons to see what happened. Oh, of course, I had seen one of them. I'd seen Hannibal. Hadn't seen Hector. I just noticed that the mouse has been sat there. Anyway, scrolling ending thing. There's now a short gap in the actual timeline of the game. I think it's about 6 months to a year. It's not very long. Managed to keep Sarah out of trouble. Didn't manage to keep. Oh wait, no. I think the ballister counts as battles. not sure. No, yeah. Some of this sets up for the next section of the game, such as Lucius's ending and Wallace's, but Wallace's is a bit subjective. Thankfully you don't actually always run back into him. It's a very annoying chapter when he returns as well. Okay, and that's Lynn's story over. There we go. Okay, so the next chapter will be the start of Elwood's story. And we'll see Lynn soon. Anyway, enjoy the video. It's just saying the same thing, really. It's also mentioning that from this point on, any units that die stay dead. I think before that point they will resurrect during Elwood's story, if anyone dies during Lynn's story. I've never actually tested it, but then again, we don't let units die. Units don't die. Anyway, I'll get started on the next video soon. So, enjoy the vids. A bit of feedback for the set of Lynn's story would be nice, just to see if I can do anything differently. Other than that, it's over.